Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. In this video I am going to talk about the employee training aspect and I'm trying to link it to the concept of capability sector about what it means and how can everyone benefit from it. So traditionally we all know that companies spend a lot of money on their employee training or educating their employees. So far what happens is that a company would be there, they are interested in training their employees on sales analytics, they find an typically most of the time in academic institutions which have subject matter experts on this particular subject, and they sign up for few man days of training. Now what happens here is that once again when you are looking at the view of education, yes, it serves its purpose, but it does not lead to creation of complete capability for an employee. So when I say capability, I always say that it has to look beyond academics. Yes, academics is there, but there is an ecosystem around it. So there are missing global elements, there are missing technology elements, and very often we are always restricted by what the academic institutions have to offer. Now academic institutions by nature are meant to be delivering a certain set of programs to a certain set of audience. It is by their nature, it is by their existence that they are supposed to do it. And what happens is a limited level of innovation, and typically scenario happens wherein an institution may just have a series of programs which is customized 10%, 20% to suit the need. And for the employees it is stop, shop and go kind of a scenario. And this defeats the purpose of lifelong learning. This sometimes, in fact most of the times, does not inculcate global elements and is not leveraging the technology advances that has been made. And while all this is happening, one of the key things which happens is that if you look at an organization view, lower level, middle level, top level, what happens is that you would see that on various indexes, so let us say the indices could be your involvement of academic systems, what are the subjects you are teaching could be 1, the global elements could be 2, the technology platform could be 3. So the level of intervention which is being provided on, let us say, on these 3 parameters, there could be many more parameters, but for the sake of discussion let us have academic system, global elements, technology footprint as 3 elements. So you might see that either the organization is typically going very high on one particular pillar and then very low on the other pillar. So typically you would see that someone is being straight away sent to US for an MBA, and while someone one grade below is not even being given a basic intervention or a basic tech support. And then what happens after and before the program is really a lost thing. So this I believe what needs to be done today is to look at the investment which an organization is making on an employee as an employee capability investment, and to find means that in the way that this capability can be harnessed for building the top line of the companies. So very often this means that the department has to look beyond its role as a training department. It has to really look at itself as a corporate capability department, and then it has to really find out that okay, what is the right mix of global elements, technology, academic systems, and there could be many other things. I'm just giving these 3 for the sake of example. That at what level, what kind of cascading strategy should be there for the learning function. So just to elaborate that. Today we all know that IT as a function within an organization is very strategic and it is meant to respond to the business needs. So if any CLO is watching this particular video, what I want to highlight is that if you just expand your horizon of not thinking of employee training as just an subject matter expertise exposure, but as an exposure to global system, as an exposure to tech-enabled learning, then you would see that this function, this learning function or the learning department is able to respond much faster to the business strategy. So for example, if an organization is moving away from its sales focus from a retail channel to an online channel, then what sort of capability needs to be built across the chain is going to be very different. The subject matter expertise may be there, but a tech platform may be more relevant. Now someone is deciding to invest in complex markets, let us say Brazil, so probably sending a person to INSEAD may not be the best thing. So I'm not judging the effectiveness of subject matter experts. They are very much there. It is very much effective. What I'm saying is that the lens through which the employee training is being looked at today, that really needs to go beyond the subject matter expertise. That has to be looked at as an ecosystem, as a system, as something which will eventually deliver capability which is relevant to the business strategy. And I encourage all the CLOs to please look through this video and provide their feedback. I know of certain organizations who are already doing a phenomenal job on this. There are few organizations which are trying to catch up, but at the end of the day, the realization somewhere is there that if investment on capability, if you are investing on capability of the employee, at some point of time it has to earn revenues for you. So not only your employees have to be capable, it has to be at a level where it can be sold off to other organizations who are willing to learn from you. So this was my view on employee training and what it means when I look at it through the lens of capability sector. Then you have to look at how do you develop employees' capability by looking at the entire capability sector and not just the institutions or the coaches which are there. Then it might present a very different picture. Once again, looking for your feedback on this one. Thank you very much for your time.